Young Thug has been on a severe losing streak ever since he got out of jail, and his recent online activity ups the score even fucking more. Before Thug interrogation room audio and fucking jail calls leaked all over the interwebs, bro, everybody loved him, from fucking musicians to fans, bro. He was eccentric as hell, but he was solid, and he was just a force to be reckoned with in the rap game. But y'all know like I know, bro, it only takes a couple of things, bro. I ain't gonna lie, perception is reality. And if you do a couple wrong things, the shit kind of warp, and I ain't gonna lie, that's what happened to Young Thug. The general sentiment in the rap game is that all the mystique that Thug previously had, bro, that shit is gone. Like, I mean, the shit is long gone. Instead of receiving comments like he tough, nowadays, the comment section is filled with stuff like lean gut. You know, that ain't the type of shit you want to be receiving as a fucking rapper who used to be one of the coolest niggas in the game, bro. But even though Thug became the butt of all jokes and motherfuckers criticized him and whatnot, niggas still low-key rock with him and fuck with him off of previous contributions he brought to the rap game, bro. The nigga done dropped a whole bunch of fucking bangers, and that shit don't go away overnight. So niggas was on his ass, ripping him down, and just pointing out how he, was moving flawed, but at the same time, niggas still wanted to see Thug win. That being said, though, bro, an artist can only accumulate so much goodwill, bro. And it varies from artist to artist. You know what I'm saying? Ye got a whole bunch. He got too much fucking goodwill. But you know what I'm saying? It reaches a point where enough is enough. I ain't gonna fake. Sometimes it just reached that point. His recent online debacle is proof of that very fact, bruh. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, though, bruh, I'm gonna give a brief summary of Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan dynamic. That way to add a little bit of context moving forward so nobody's confused. So long story short, back in 2013, both Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, they was doing their thing in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Both niggas from Atlanta. And the thing is, they was completely separate from each other. They was independent. They had their own motion going. For example, Young Thug had Stoner. I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner. For another example, Rich Homie Quan had Type of Way. No, you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? They was totally separate, bro. Keep that in mind. Fast forward to 2014, and the two linked for a track called Lifestyle as Rich Gang. That was the name of the group. It was kind of unofficial. It was officially unofficial, but yeah, bro, the rest was fucking history. That single song spawned a project that would later go on to be filled with fucking fan favorites. Y'all peeped the alliteration? I was going a little crazy, man. Hey, bro, like, comment, subscribe for the fucking alliteration. I mean, it was the perfect storm, though, bro. The chemistry was there. The fans was happy, bro. Everything was just on the up and up, bro. It was all good until it fucking wasn't.
But I have been focusing more on myself. I've stepped away from the rich game of living just to get back to Quan. People want Quan back.
In 2015, at the very height of Rich Gang, Quan decided that he was gonna step away. He was gonna do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? Focus on his own career, his own music. And that single decision, I ain't gonna lie, if that was the first fucking domino that got tipped, bro, that was the shit that started a chain reaction. Thug felt some type of way, no pun intended, about Quan's decision, and he got on stage and had this to say.
Hey, you saw the video, man. This stupid lame man nigga Trey. That bitch told me Quan.
And as a response to Thug, Quan seemed like he kind of took the high road and he played the role of the bigger person.
What happened with Young Thug? What's the story there? You guys are friends and then the whole thing fell apart there? Or where are you guys now on this?
Me and Young Thug, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, like we can't, yeah, you know, he always my brother for life, man. You know, no hard feelings, you know what I mean? We both went to middle school together. We live in Atlanta. Right now, just a lot going on. You know, I'm still the same Quan, man. I've never said anything to trash Thug or banish his name, because that's not where I come from. I'm all about giving, you know, blessings. So, you know what I mean? I wish Thug the best of success, man.
Well, see, that's very positive, and I guess I'm going to be the instigator here. Yes, but when you read that he says, I mean, you guys were brothers, and he calls you Comey Quan, your reaction when that gets back to you is what?
Look, my first reaction was, my brother called me Homie Quan, and I took my glasses off. Like, to be honest, not to get in my feelings, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not hurt in as in, I'm gonna cry like, dog, bro. I would never disrespect you, point blank, period. Especially when we have each other's number. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain stuff you do and certain stuff you don't do, and it's a certain way you do things, and that's not one of the ways I would have done it.
I gotta admit though, the whole bigger person thing, it was short-lived because a couple months after Quan said what he initially said, the nigga got off the liquor, bro, and he was at a show, and he had this to say.
Get your ass back, bro. Like, girl, get your ass the fuck back. I'm saying, bro. You back up your ass up, look over and look like young thug. Make sure the fuck with me.
A couple months later, Thug was on Sway, and the whole altercation was brung up, and it kind of seemed like Thug wanted to take the high road. Seemed like he wanted to be the bigger person now, and he had this to say.
What wrong, in your opinion, with that whole movement?
With Bird and Wayne or me and Quan?
You and Quan?
Nothing. I just, the fact that he said he wanted to chill for a minute and do his own music. Yeah, I did an interview and he was like, I wanna relax from Rich Gang and YSL, you know. I think the people want to hear me. So I was like, wow. So we just stopped working like that. We still got music, but we don't really work like that.
Y'all don't work that. So is it on and off in terms of y'all friendship, or is it just off?
Nah, it's a pause. We ain't really saying eye to eye, but we don't really have no problem with each other.
Okay.
You know. At least on my end, I don't know about his end. You might need to ask.
A couple months later, Quan was on Vlad. You know Vlad messy as fuck. He asked the same damn question, and Quan basically said his side of the story once again.
I was never just Rich Gang. It's just, we were just all solo artists, you know, working on a project together. You know what I mean? I never signed any paperwork. You feel me? I came in, Rich Homie Quan, and that's the way I wanted to leave, man. Despite how much good music we did, all that, you know what I mean? I still want to just always do my own thing. Go back to the Rich Gang. That was a fun time in my life. Like, we made some great music. You know what I mean? Even now, like, man, I don't got no bad blood with Thug, no Bird. You know what I mean? That we're all in a great place in our life, man, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? At any time, man, we can press play on and do more music. But we were never a group, though.
And to briefly interrupt the fucking story, y'all, I keep saying a few months later, he said this, a few months later, he said this, a few months later, he said that. Bro, this shit started in 2015, and this shit right here I'm about to talk about right now, it happened in 2017, bro. Young Thug went on Big Boy. He was asked about the shit again, and Thug had this to say.
What's the relationship with Quan, with Rich Homie?
No, we don't have no problem.
Okay.
Like, I don't think we can be like how we used to be.
Right.
He already just did some bullshit. He already know my heart. So it's like, I'm too pure. So once you just
cross that line.
Yeah, you do that, it's like, no.
And you know how people want more music and people want to put y'all together. You don't see that happening.
No.
Right.
Because it'll be just,
it's more personal as opposed to.
Yeah, it's nothing about music. It's 100% personal. Like, this was my brother.
Yeah.
He did a show before and I think a guy had touched his leg on the stage, like a fan was like, yo, he was standing on the end of the stage and people was touching him, grabbing his shoes, and he was like, yo, I ain't with that gay shit, nigga, I ain't with that thug shit. And it's just like, damn, you my brother, like, nigga, I got your name tattooed on me. Like, the fuck is you doing?
And for the most part, bruh, that basically concludes the whole situation. Thug and Quan never fully patched shit up, bro. They just kind of learned to coexist. They stopped shading each other, stopped dissing each other, bro. They just kind of went their own separate ways, and the shit kind of just fizzled out from there. Fast forward to 2026, and the damn saga continues out of nowhere. Thug recently made an Instagram post kind of acting as a tribute to Quan, and he kind of implied that he don't know how their relationship went left, and like where the fuck did it go wrong, and in turn, this kind of caused things to go left. Rich Homie Dre, which is Quan's brother, chimed in and gave his 2 cents as to why he feel like the relationship went sour and why the duo split in the first place. Dre feels as if pride and ego were the main things that kind of tore them apart, the reason the relationship soured. And if I'm being real, bro, that is a fair ass assessment, especially being a fan. I'm on the outside looking in and I'm watching all the back and forth over the years, you know what I'm saying? The slights, the disses. It's a lot of pride, it's a lot of ego on both ends. I'm not saying one the other person is completely wrong, but I feel like like that's a fair thing for Dre to be feeling like, I feel like he on to some shit. Thug ain't seem to think so though, so the nigga immediately got on Instagram and fired back. Thug went on to claim that he was the one that always kept it solid and that rich homie Quan was the one who started to move on some flaw shit, especially when he decided to go solo and he felt as if he was bigger than the program. He also said that even though him and Quan went through some shit, he's not the reason that Quan is dead. Actually, Quan's family is the reason that Quan is dead. And if that ain't bad enough, the nigga Thug decided to continue. Thug made another post implying that Quan was gonna bite the cheese and rat on Thug the very week that Quan passed, bro. And I'ma be real, bro. If the line wasn't crossed before, the line is sure as hell fucking crossed now, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Thug, this is insane. As a rebuttal to the rat allegations, Dre immediately responded. He said, hell nah, nigga. My brother ain't no fucking cooperating this way. And then Thug suggested he got paperwork proof that Quan was about to bite the cheese, or he already bit the cheese. I don't know, the nigga ain't going into detail, but I ain't gonna lie, that's some crazy paperwork to have if it is true. That's pretty much the whole situation, but bruh, let me say this. I understand that it's three sides to each story, bro. You got Dre's side of the story, you got Thug's side of the story, and you got the fucking truth. So I take what both of these niggas is saying, I take this shit with a grain of salt, but at the same time, bro, I gotta keep it a stack. Thug was wildin', bro. This whole shit could have been avoided. It was completely out of pocket. Whether what Thug was saying is true or not, bro, some shit just don't be in good taste. And this is a prime example of that. To run to the internet and do a disingenuous ass tribute is, I ain't gonna lie, that shit weak as hell to me. And then on top of that, you managed to somehow throw backhanded fucking comments in there. That's even fucking weaker. And the thing that gets me is both Quan and Thug had ample amount of time to patch shit up, bro. But eventually it was just too late. And I don't doubt that the two had genuine love for each other, bro. But I mean, bro, it is what it is. They wasn't on good terms when Quan was alive. So it's like, bro, it's pointless to get online and start to question where y'all went wrong. Like, it's completely fucking pointless. It's too late. And hell, bro, keep it a stack, man. You know exactly where y'all went wrong. Quan knew exactly where y'all went wrong, bro. Whether it was on some music shit, like, you know, both of y'all was trying to peddle to the fans, or if it was on some street shit, because I done heard certain rumors about this happening in the street and y'all felt like that way. Either fucking way, bro, it's too late to patch things up. Allegations aside, though, bro, I feel where Dre coming from. Like I say, I take both of these niggas' sides with a grain of salt. I don't know these niggas, but just looking at from a fan, seeing how shit played out, bro, I know that they wasn't on good terms when Quan was alive, so I'll be on the same timing, bro. Don't fucking mention my brother, bro. We don't need, keep your fake ass tributes, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, especially y'all wasn't cool when the nigga was here, so don't wait until the nigga done been gone a few years. Don't do that, bro. Don't play with my brother like that. So I feel Dre. I can't even lie. Then again, though, bro, this is just my take, man. I ain't gonna lie. This just serves as another example of how tricky the fucking industry can be. That's all I got, though, bro. If you made it this far, man, I appreciate you rocking with me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit, man. Until next time, we out this bitch. Yo.
I got problems of my own that I tend to, because I'm grown and I'm meant to keep it all strong. My mental slip and then I'm gone. No need to rent a broken home. Sentiment never been condoned. Intimate bonds is what I'm on. Infinite funds is what I want. I know two wrongs don't make it right, but it's alright to make it wrong. To cuss or do say in some songs to make me slide up on your post, to make you wanna do the most, to make you slide aside, just don't make you forget about your man. Though in the morning I'll be gone.